What's the first upgrade every RV owner should do if they want to boondock or dry camp in their RV? Whether it's a towable like these fifth wheels, a diesel motorhome, or a gas motorhome. You could even have a schoolie or even a van conversion, or even the most basic teardrop camper out there. You need to upgrade your tired, disgusting, heavy lead acid battery that it came with. From either the manufacturer or the dealer or the previous owner that you bought your RV from. It's really a no-brainer at this point, because not only are these lead acid batteries extremely heavy, require a lot of care and maintenance, and like to get acid all over the place, a simple Group 24 lead acid deep cycle marine battery only has about 70 amp hours of capacity, and that's total with reserve. You really should only be using about 35 or 40 amp hours capacity before you start damaging this over time. And there's really been no better time than now to switch over to lithium iron phosphate batteries when it comes to house batteries, for 4 good reasons. The first one being price. This direct replacement time USB lithium iron phosphate battery is the same price as a brand new Napa Group 24 lead acid battery. And I don't know if you can tell, it's a direct replacement. You don't have to change anything. And we're not just talking initial price. The Napa warranty is 24 months for this deep cycle battery, while the time USB is a 5-year warranty. Now the second reason is pretty obvious. These batteries are heavy. 46.5 pounds for one Group 24 battery. Ugh. This time USB 24 group battery, half as much, 21.5 pounds. And my apologies for everybody else in the world, that is 9.8 kilograms compared to 21 kilograms for the lead acid battery. And I don't have to worry about adding water to it or spilling acid everywhere or damaging battery cables from the venting of lead acid batteries. Number 3, which might be the most important one, is capacity. Like I said, this has about 70 amp hours of capacity, while this one contains 100 amp hours of capacity. And remember, we're not supposed to use all the capacity on a lead acid battery, so about 40, maybe 45 amp hours compared to 100 amp hours of complete usable capacity. So already comparing the lead acid deep cycle battery, this is 20 pounds heavier, has about 60 amp hours less of capacity, but they cost just about the same. Just like a lead acid battery, this lithium iron phosphate battery from Time USB Power, you can hook up 16 of them together to create a huge battery bank up to 48 volts. So the built-in BMS on the Time USB batteries can handle both series and parallel connections up to 48 volt. So what's reason number 4 to upgrade to a lithium iron phosphate battery? And it's not because the lithium iron phosphate is actually a lot more stable than lead acid, or that the voltage at 12.8 is slightly higher than a lead acid battery, which means things are a little bit more efficient. It's because they charge so much faster. This thing can handle 100 amps of continuous charge current, which means with the right charger, this Time USB lithium iron phosphate battery can charge from dead to fully charged in 1 hour. Whereas most lead acid batteries that are completely discharged, they need to have a good solid day of being charged. Which means if you're boondocking, you deplete your batteries and you're running off of solar, it could take a few days of sunny skies to charge up your batteries. Whereas with lithium iron phosphate from Time USB, could be 1 day and your batteries are charged again. Has a nice built-in handle, only 20 pounds. Drop it in place, right back in the box. It comes with its own hardware. We hook up the positive right there, 13 millimeter. Torque it down. Do the same for the negative. Very simple. Put on the provided safety insulator caps to protect those terminals. The onboard BMS built into the battery handles the rest of it and makes sure the voltage doesn't get too high and the discharge or the charge rate isn't too high or low. I don't think there's an easier upgrade you can do for your RV, especially if you have to replace your battery anyways. You've more than doubled the capacity of your battery bank without increasing the footprint at all up front. Didn't have to spend any money upgrading the rest of the system, and we're still pulling 12.9 volts. A lead acid battery is fully charged at 12.66, so we already have higher voltages and we're not even charging. Really, the most important thing to know about after all this is making sure you protect that battery. This flimsy little nylon strap isn't going to cut it anymore. And that's reason number 5 why lithium iron phosphate batteries from Time USB are kind of nice. Unlike lead acid batteries that have to be vented, you could actually move the battery inside the living area right here, or even in the back compartment here, and don't have to worry about anybody taking it. But a really nice thing about my teardrop trailer, I store mine at home. But that's why it's so nice to be able to park your teardrop trailer in your garage. Nobody get access to your battery when it's safely inside your house and your garage. Maybe a 6th bonus reason is not only is it packaged very nicely, but you get a whole bunch of stickers with it too. I mean, come on, you don't get stickers with this battery.